cancellation of Meghan Markle's latest attempt for a comeback with Netflix, it appears that's not the only thing that's currently on hold. As ever, let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. By the way, can I just say I loved your comments regarding my remarks about the plant-based milk and, you know, all of that sort of stuff. Apparently, if you remember, I said there was a report going that it could lead to depression. And I said the only depression I can find is the cost of it, because you go and buy it, I've tried it and all that sort of stuff. And you think, well, who could afford to buy pint after pint of this? Even if you had those, allergies and stuff, which I feel sorry for anybody who's got them. But why is all these things so expensive that are supposed to be helping us lead a better life, I don't know, as I say, whether it causes depression or not. What I would say is it's just the price. I mean, literally, my supermarket for oat milk, and I think it's a 2-litre thing, it's nearly £3. Who's got that just for milk for your tea? Gosh, yes, if you have to buy it, my sympathies, trust me. Let's get back, of course, to your royal story of the day. This was big news. Yes, the cancellation, of course, of Meghan's comeback, all thanks to a cooking show, etc. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, because obviously, as I say, there are wheels and machinations in moments of what's really happening behind the scenes. Because while people say, oh, well, it's very sad and everything, there are bigger things there, because obviously, the longer that doesn't go out, the longer, there are certain things don't get paid, particularly the crew who will have been paid, but some of them, of course, with the ideas and syndications, might be looking for further payment. You get the picture. There's not just Meghan Markle coming up with, how to throw some flowers on iced donuts. It is a big team around her, that's the thing. When you're making a program like that, it's never as easy or as simple as people think. But you see, there were other sort of things in motion too, because as we saw, when Meghan decided to announce her return back to, of course, the world of Instagram and social media, one that her husband, Prince Harry, apparently finds incredibly toxic. And on the other side, he's writing to the boss of Meta, Zuckerberg, saying, this is, no. You can't have it both ways. You're either in it or you're not. But of course, these are celebrities and they decide exactly the route they want to go down. It's a bit like Harry's Travelist, isn't it? Climb on a plane and I can go private because I need to, but you're not allowed, It's terrible if we do it, but other people, not a problem. But what about this? You see, according to a source, Meghan Markle has, yes, very secretly, already got the public domain names for withlovemeghan.com and all other variations, I might point out, right? Now, the idea was that this was going to be the platform that was going to counter-sell things, as I mentioned previously before, things like aprons, cookware, tableware, furniture, plates, glasses, you name it, that could even have the embellishment of "With Love Meghan" on. See, this is where they truly feel the big business is. Now, people say, would people buy things like that? Well, I would say they would to a point, This is where it's interesting. People will buy these things to a point. But, if you say, well, no, you don't. Well, you buy Disney and you buy, underwear with Calvin Klein on if you're a teenager. I'm not so sure if the age bracket of Meghan's marketplace, which is going to be 40 plus, whether they're going to buy into somebody whose whole, if you like, success has been based on to marrying rich. She hasn't established this brand on her own. She simply married rich, ditched her religion, and changed everything in order to climb that greasy royal pole. That's the way I view it. It's my opinion. But what's interesting is, if she can get people to buy into that, then consequently, yes, she could have a lot of money. And the start of this would be the command of the domain name. So why with Love Meghan? Well, that's when they finally decided what they were going to call the brand. And I would say the American Riviera Orchard thing is well and truly buried, because seemingly there's no activity now on there. And seemingly also, Meghan wants you to simply forget all about American Riviera Orchard. A little bit like the jams that she sent out to the celebrities. It's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.